exhibition can walk along the physical walls and get acquainted with the rich cultural expanse of Banaras through multimedia screens placed on shivlings and trishuls. Sounds exotic? The crossing is an inventive use of wireless technology that tries to bridge the divide between the physical and the virtual worlds through interactive interfaces. Namrata Tandon gives us a sneak preview of the exhibition slated to open in September.
Banaras, the holiest of Indian cities. Legend has it that Banaras is the earthly home of Lord Shiv. The city has inspired many a guru and his followers in their quest for the divine. It also seems to have inspired those at the cutting edge of technology. Researchers from Xerox PARC, Xerox's Palo Alto Research Center, are in India to put together a multimedia exhibition on Banaras called The Crossing. What makes The Crossing different from other multimedia presentations is that it explores different ways of interacting with computers and technology.
The Crossing exhibit is conceived as a series of multimedia installations that demonstrate some aspect of the content as well as some form of futuristic technology. Now, and if you go anywhere in the world, Tokyo, Kyoto, Beijing, India, the workspace tends to look similar, which is basically this keyboard and television-based kind of display. What we're talking about is how to make this kind of form change to incorporate the body, to incorporate the mobile person, to incorporate the rich space of gestures, to build bridges between physical and virtual worlds. So, there are things that you could wear on your jacket, for example, which will become a presentation or an interaction surface. We're transforming ordinary objects into interactive and presentation devices.
It's a high-tech glimpse into the material and spiritual life of Banaras. The first pavilion is an interactive tour of the streets of Banaras. Viewers are not confined to a chair and screen, but can walk along the walls and get a virtual experience. The different myths associated with the city's presiding deity are brought alive in the Shiv Pavilion. Each of these shivlings has a computer that plays a multimedia presentation. Visitors can choose the story they want to see. In other pavilions, painted panels will tell their age-old stories with a little help from modern technology.
This is the mythology browser and this is the digital lens. This painting contains certain hotspots. When this digital lens is placed over those hotspots, it senses the hotspot and displays the required document. Suppose there is an image of Shiva. When we place this digital lens over the Shiva image, it senses the Shiva image and displays the required video related to Shiva.
Perhaps the most interesting thing being developed by the project's researchers are the wearable computers. These clothes have small chips embedded in them. Visitors can touch these hotspots and see the story of Ganga unfold.
The Crossing project is developing a range of high-touch interfaces. What's important here is that instead of icons being on the screen, they are coming out into the real world. So instead of this being a graphic on the screen, a little child could actually gesture with this to retrieve the meaning of what Trishul means in the Banaras context.
The craft boxes and papier-mâché eggs are a little more advanced interface than the Trishuls. Clicking on different images painted on them will bring up a presentation related to that image. Most of these wireless devices use radio communication.
We have been developing our own embedded systems which will go into the different devices and which will communicate to an external computer through radio. That's essentially the technology. So the buttons will eventually communicate to a radio which will communicate to a surrounding computer which is not present visually to change the context of the presentation.
The technology is indigenous and work is on at a hectic pace. The Crossing opens in Delhi in September and then goes to Mumbai and New York, among other places. Visitors to the exhibition will also be able to view Banaras as it is today through web cameras placed at strategic venues in the city, and hope that this virtual visit brings salvation. Namrata Tandon, CNBC India, New Delhi.
While the dot-com slump has forced many websites to shut down, there's one set of portals that seem to have benefited: job sites. According to Forrester research, the online recruitment market is growing at a rate of 60% annually, and online recruiting revenues are likely to grow from 500